Hello, and welcome to another scene in Darkness Over Dublin. Yes, that's the name of it. I'll get it right eventually. In the background, you can hear my wonderful parakeets. They're apparently upset at each other. I don't really know why. Lord's being mean to Seeker. I guess that's like love. Because Seeker's doing it a whole bitch. I will fuck with you. Head bobbing thing. But anyway. So I'm a hand ST Wavium some bullshit, and everyone is at the clearing currently in the dreaming. Not everyone, but every player character in this scene is here at this location in the dreaming. It is rather nice. Practically overnight, the clearing has been renovated into something befitting the activity that is to happen today. It's very reminiscent of a medieval fairground where they would host the tournaments. There are wooden bleachers that have been set up so that people can watch the fight, of course, and they are on the eastern and western sides of the field. And of course, naturally, there is one section set up to the north of the field for any nobles who come to watch the fight. And if there isn't any room on the bleachers for anyone, there is, of course, plenty of space for anyone to stand. To the south is a large stall. I say stall, but it is more similar to a massive, massive dinner table. Set upon it is tons and tons of food from all different locations around the world, all different kinds of types. There are pastries, there are savories, there's honest to God gumbo, and some jambalaya, and Irish dishes, and French dishes, and it's number one had a field day in the kitchen. We'll call it that. The
Is
Kitchrina
it
had
still an
its
arena?
champion. Yes, the Kitchrina had its champion, its reigning champion. Actually, yes. As expected, the Wumblebots running around. Um, but they are all acting very correctly now. They are not fighting one another. From his taller vantage point, number one is just watching all of the other bots, making sure that they aren't going to mess up. While each quote unquote king Wumblebot of each quote unquote kingdom in Tintagil's home held power, they were nothing compared to number one. He is the high king of the Wumblebots, who only answers to Alcindra. Though he'd listen to Tintagil on occasion, but only because Tintagil became a god via marriage. Under his watchful gaze, the other bots followed their proper duties under the banner of number one. Only under the banner of number one could all the bots reside in a tense peace. Though the Katrina still happens a lot as people go to like just bust fucking skulls in. There are plenty of commoners around. They're eating, they're having fun. There's even though with the newly declared war overhead, it seems that the commoners and everyone really has decided that, sure, a lot of us are probably going to die soon due to this imminent war that was caused by something that the king is still looking into. Evan.
I apologize for nothing.
Fucking started the war, but anyway. That's okay though. We're not here to point fingers. Well, Aurelius is, but that's not the point here. So, even with the threat of war looming overhead and the horrible, horrible catastrophe that caused the loss of life of 10 commoners has happened, everyone is still they're trying to look ahead for the future. The decree from the king has bolstered spirits to a point. They know that darkness is around, but there are cracks in it, everything. And that's how the light shines through. And they're focusing on the light. And of course, what better way to get the spirits up of the people than to, well, very similar to what the Wumblebots do, watch two people just go at it. Because that's always fun. We're changelings. It's very medieval, feudalism. Wah! So, Everyone is eating, they're having fun. There's a soft murmur of conversation that fills this clearing up. This clearing has been used for everything. In fact, the area where the cage that the boggy was in is still plainly over there. The cage is gone, though, as is the boggy. When Tintagel had his meeting with Keldanath, he can plainly see that little area too, and the small indents that the table created.
Kim, just a moment. I'm just gonna go and grab my food, so I'll be back in just a sec.
Okay, I'm just doing narration. Narration! I gotta get people in the mood. And there are a couple nobles here so far. The Duke is here. As is the Count. A whole variety of people, really. Sorry, I got something. And like I said, for those who just came in, all of the changelings that are in the scene are here in the area, already here at the fairground. Well, the tournament ground, shall we say. There are knights and people of all houses here as well. Though they don't all look to be around here, or from around here, at least from around Dublin. It seems that a lot of people have decided to visit and watch as the king's son once again has another duel because he said something. Though, there are little mutters that, it's just a grouchy old she trying to be just a grouchy old she. The Duke Terran Aptleonin, is kind of standing off to the side talking to a woman. She is clearly his champion. She's a young woman who looks like she fights very often. Her hair is a nice, soft, kind of not a very dark black, but it's more it's softer, it's lighter. Though it's kept in a very short kind of buzz cut. Okay, actually it's not that short. She's got like a little curls on the top of her head. And her eyes are a deep brown. She's very clearly a she, by the way she carries herself, though she's definitely not as beautiful as her peers. For those of you who just want to get an idea, she is just App 3. Not only that, but her beauty is much more down to earth, where she usually have that regal beauty, that I am above you kind of look to them. She doesn't. She's much more down to earth, kind of with slightly asymmetrical features. It was clear by the lines on her face that she's very used to smiling often. She has so many laugh lines, which is odd considering she's so young. She just must laugh a lot. And still, all of that could not take away the long scar that runs from the top of her left eyebrow to the bottom of her jaw. She has on a suit of sheepplate that's clearly been specifically tailored to her, and emblazoned on a tabard that is hung over her suit of armor are the colors and the house symbol of House Liam. On either hip is a very ornately crafted rapier, dual rapiers, and they look very well used. Of course, they are in great condition, but it's very clear that they see a lot of action. And the two are just kind of talking to each other off to the side, laughing, actually, which is odd considering this duel is about to happen. On the side is a little boggin will walk up. Karina knows that this boggin is the king's, not the king's, the Terran second for this duel. Karina's had to speak to him a couple times over the past, day or so, just being like, "Hey, what's up? What's up?" kind of thing, because that's what seconds do. So, I will now hand this over to the players, and they can go where they wish to go.
Alright. First question, Kim. Would Karina have been allowed to grab Alcindra? I'm gonna keep forgetting. I'm gonna keep fucking up her name. My bad.
No, I think that's her name, Alcindra.
Okay, yeah. Would she have wanted to see like, hey, so your boy may go up in a duel right now? You want to see this shit?
Mm-hmm. She probably came with Tentagel.
Okay, never mind then. She came with Tentagel. Yeah. Then Karina's kind of she's sticking around, kind of close to Tentagel at this point. Making sure that he's got everything he needs, all that. Karina doesn't exactly know why all this is happening. She's just kind of got told, hey, this is happening. And she's like, all right, I guess.
It's just, yep. If Karina asks around, in fact, if she was given, if she showed confusion to the second, the boggin would have just kind of told her the prince acted much like a child. He referred to Tintagel without using his correct title, saying his first name, and Tintagel did not enjoy that. And so the gauntlet was thrown down. To put it plainly, there were a couple other things. The prince said a few things here and there, but it was typical childish stuff.
All right, cool. Yeah, so it stands to mention Karina's probably coming here like not too long after the fire. She may or may not. She might not have actually slept at this point.
Mm-hmm. Well, the fire and all of that ended at around 1 in the morning, and the duel is happening at about 12ish because they don't want the sun to be on either side. They want it to be directly overhead so no one gets like glares and shit. So it's all kind of fair.
Okay. Yeah, so she may have gotten to sleep a little bit.
Yes. Because sleep is good.
Alright, so Blythe is probably walking around the park with the area with Clarity leading her by the reins. More or less watching the outside areas than watching the inside areas. Ever since war was announced, she's become more cautious of people doing things to interrupt things.
Mm-hmm.
So she is surrounded by her mist, but she is not wearing any armor or carrying any weapons.
If you want to make a perk alert check as you're perusing and looking around the grounds, deeper into the forest from the clearing.
Sure, give me 1 minute. Let me pull it up. And or diff, right?
Yeah.
2.
Okay. There seems to be a little shadowy kind of figure that is, I say figure, but it's more just kind of like, when you're watching something and from out of the corner of your eye you can see like a little shadow dart past behind a tree. That's pretty much what Blythe is seeing. It just seems to be one little shadow. Then again, Blythe knows the lane stay in this forest. But with the recent rumor that no one's really seen any Lane around, it could be slightly confusing. Confusal.
Blythe is actually going to head over there. She's going to draw herself up onto her horse and head over to that shadow.
As Blythe gets closer, the little shadowy blob figure goes deeper and begins pretty much heading back into further into the forest. Is Blythe going to follow?
Blythe is going to follow it. Blythe is going to shroud herself in her mist. So basically, she's going to form the mist into a cloak to cover the neck hole. And she's going to set her head between her thighs and ride to follow after it.
Okay. What are you doing? Okay. So as Blythe begins heading deeper and deeper, the figure after a while will just kind of stop. They are also wearing a cloak, and they will just look at Blythe and say, "Do you need something?"
Blythe will pull out her phone, hit play, and it'll say, "I'm trying to make sure that the Warring Kingdom does not interrupt today's festivities. Is there anything I can help you out with?"
No. I'm not a member of that kingdom, nor am I really a member of yours.
Tap, 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 play. I'm not really a member of this kingdom either. I ride where I go. However, I feel a certain responsibility for some of the people here. Therefore, I want to make sure everything happens in a fair and just accord.
And do you believe that I am here to interfere with that?
Tap, 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 play. I cannot afford to second guess my own. Blah, erase that, repeating, doing something different. It is not that I believe you would interfere or would not interfere. I figured you might have been just curious. However, I cannot afford to ignore any signs of intrusion. I apologize for interrupting your view.
It was not intrusion, though, for I had not gone into the clearing. I had stayed in the forest, which is ours.
Tap, 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 play. Why have you all disappeared from the area?
There are happenings going on. Very ill-fated omens.
Tap, 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 play. That still doesn't explain. Usually your kind thrive around those sorts of things.
The one we follow, a family member of theirs, is visiting.
Tap, 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 play. Do you mean Keldanath?
He is our leader. I suppose you could liken him to a king.
Tap, 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 play. As long as your people do not interfere with this or do not side in the wars, we have no issue. I will leave you to your continued perusals.
You do realize our people are going to get into this war, correct?
Tap, 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 play. There's no reason for your people to risk their lives for which you have no gain. Neither side will welcome you, except as slaves.
And with that, you are very wrong.
Tap 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 tap. Play. I've seen how the nobles treat the Thelain in this area, both on the Ulster side and on the Leinster side. I do not wish to see people die needlessly.
You were wrong with that. Do you know who the Queen of Ulster is?
Tap tap tap. No.
She is a Severtall.
Tap 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 tap. Play. That explains Ashran.
Hold on. Yes. Okay, sorry.
Bravo.
Yeah, it does actually exactly explain Ashford. Like, that's kind of why I had her be a Severtall. But anyway. God damn. Here goes my composure. Man, I wish, like, damn, that was, okay. Like, the figure will then go on to say, yes, indeed it does. And I will be honest, our kind is treated better than the commoners up there. We will be in this war, or at least my brethren up there will.
Tap 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 tap. Play. It's kind of weird you say that, considering that I believe there were Thelain as well as commoners in that party last night that got set on fire.
No. The commoners and the ennobled commoners of the Kithane were left there to die. The Thelain and any noble she, were escorted out beforehand.
Tap 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 tap. Play. It's always interesting to see where people's loyalties lie. I assume you're planning on joining with your brethren in Ulster?
No. I have no wish to fight.
Tap 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 tap. Play. But you said you're going to get drawn into this war.
Yes. Because Keldanoth is Keldanoth is the brother to the Queen of Ulster, and she has come to ask for reinforcements. Keldanoth is telling her no, but she's rather pushy, and she's already begun to talk some of the Thelain underneath him to join her.
Tap 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 tap. Play. Why does it always seem like with you courtly individuals that you get drawn into things you're not supposed to, by no fault of your own?
I'm not a member of any court.
Tap 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 tap. Play. But you follow a leader all the same. A king.
Only because we choose to. He is very kind, oddly enough, for one of his kind.
Tap 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 tap. Play. It's often the sign of these times that those who ignore a call from a higher up who is pushy or bossy, that you end up getting conscripted anyway.
But he is not pushy or bossy. The only one who is the Queen.
Play. As I said, conscripted into service. However, there's no reason for you to continue to do this. If you hide yourself and run away, you may avoid such conscriptions. I have seen these people sell out their own people to others for a minor convenience. I don't understand it. There are times when I wish I stayed on the road instead of got involved. However, I am involved, and therefore I will help as I can.
Oh, are you talking about that little thing between one of your baronesses and Keldanoth? We talk about that rather fondly. We thought it was hilarious, for you all try to say that we are the bad guys, and yet, well, you sold one of your kind to Keldanoth.
Tap. Play. Never said you were a bad guy. Was furious with the person who did it. Tried to figure out from Keldanoth what was going on, but got dismissed anyway. Then I come back with Ashrin, who then threatens the life of the person who got sold in the first place. Has basically led me to believe that 95% of these courtly individuals are all fucked up to begin with.
Well, they are all she, are they not?
Tap play. Actually, the Baroness who sold off the girl was an issue.
Yes, yes, I understand that. She was acting very much like a she that day, though. But are they the rest of them not all she?
Tap play. I've actually met a couple of interesting she. A couple of nice she. And the rest of them seem to have their heads up their asses.
But how many times can the good outweigh the bad? For how long will those few handfuls of interesting she keep from the rest of them?
Tap play. Hopefully long enough that I don't have to say their names.
Perhaps. But you end up saying everyone's name anyway.
Tap play. Yes, but hopefully it's a matter of distance and time.
Perhaps.
Tap play. I do hope the day comes I don't have to find you and call your name.
I do not know how you really saw that as comforting. Because it really wasn't. It sounded slightly like an underhanded threat, if I am to be real.
Tap play. Keep in mind that the only time I ever have to say anybody's name is when they die. That's why I hope I don't have to say your name. I don't want to say names.
Yet you say everyone's names anyway. It was funny. A Dullahan who doesn't just accept death for what it is. It's a natural part of life. We die and we return.
Play. I understand death. I understand its role. I know that I can never interfere in the true natural death of a being on this planet. However, it does not mean I enjoy my job.
You sound very similar to a Ghast, I know. Or knew. I do not know what's happened to her recently. But she also hated what she had to do in order to survive. On several occasions she tried to forego eating until she went into a hunger frenzy.
Tap. Play. Sounds like a gentle soul. One that deserves compassion and respect.
But at the end of the day, she is still a Ghast, still a Thalane, and you Cathane still hate us, even though, just like you had no choice to become someone of the dream, we had no choice to become someone of the nightmare.
Tap. Play. For what it's worth, I don't hate all Thalane, just the ones that actively injure and harm other individuals for no good reason.
But you are still young. Either way, I believe your friends at the fairground are calling. The duel shall start soon. I was looking around, checking the area. I have heard rumors that Keldanoth is going to be arriving to watch.
Tap. Play. Yes, you're right. I should get back. I do hope you choose to watch with the others as well. I mean, it is a fairly interesting spectacle. Have a good evening or good day. What time is it? She actually will look up into the clouds with her head.
This is as close to noon as the dreaming will go. But either way, young Dullahan, go on.
She will nod her head and she will turn and ride back to the fairground.
For the record, I've been back for some time. I just didn't want to interrupt that cool dialogue.
Welcome back. We talked some shit about Ashern. It was fun.
I was there for that, yes. It amused me.
It was glorious.
Totally mom issues, Kim. That was totally Ashern's problem.
Dude, he had fucking parent issues, and then like all he had to watch his siblings get killed off, and all sorts of shit.
Okay, so Tintagel is today. He's going to be wearing his golden House Dugal armor because, of course, he is. But his cloak has been cut different. Like, it's much longer over one side of his body than it is over the other. So it's essentially almost like a matador's cape. So it basically it covers the entirety of the left side of his body. It covers the entirety of the right side of his body over his sword belt, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
Question, Kim: are the people enjoying the party-ish atmosphere?
Yes, they are kind of being it. They are kind of being told to eat a lot because of of number one, who's just kind of like, you should eat more. You are too tiny. You, sir, you are too big. You should stay away from that food. Here, eat this more healthy food for you, sir.
I like to think he's physically.
What the fuck? I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I like to think that, you know how there are tiered wedding cakes that have little people on top of them? I like to think that he's just standing on the top of a tiered cake.
No, he is not standing on the cake. His feet are not clean enough to go on top of the cake.
Sorry, what were you saying, Tim?
I was gonna ask, does this dude try to stop Karina from eating any amount of meat?
No, because Karina is not all that big, so he's like, you are too tiny, you should eat more. What is wrong with you?
There is nothing wrong with me. I will eat what I choose. If she gets all the goddamn meat.
You should eat more! Put some potatoes on your plate as well. They are high in cholesterol, granted, but they are good for you. Myself.
I know what cholesterol is. She looks like confused as fuck. She'll just hold out the plate absent-mindedly.
He will take a scoop and do this big scoop of mashed potatoes before just kind of slamming them on the plate.
Did he put some gravy on that bitch?
Mm-hmm. He did.
Okay.
And a big, like, little pat of butter.
Alright, bitchin'.
For the record, the person you're talking to is 2 foot. You've seen Tintagel's Wumble box, haven't you?
Yeah.
He is twice their size, and I believe he has a cane and a spruce mustache.
Yeah, you don't really know how a clockwork automaton has such a frickin' really fully, like, full beard and little twirly mustache, but it does. It even has a monocle and a little hat, though the hat seems to be kind of screwed into his head so it doesn't fall off. And it's about 2 foot tall, whereas the rest of the Womblebots are just 1 foot.
Because Thunderdome happens in the kitchen. Yeah, no. Karina is okay with getting more food.
He will Yes. He will actually kind of walk her down and say, okay, now you need some greens as well.
Wait, what? Why?
They are good for you. Do not second guess my judgment. I am the most knowledgeable creature there is.
But they taste bad.
I know, but they are good for you.
They only.
Do we have some cabbage sauteed with some bacon, though?
Yes.
Then we're getting that. We're getting some fucking good greens. We are not getting punk ass salad.
Oh no, he was talking about like wilted spinach and kale and shit that's been cooked in that has been simmered and whatnot until it's all nice and withered and put in some spices and shit.
All right, yeah, no, because Karina was gonna fight that Wumblebot if he tried to put some zucchini on her plate.
Find him, for the love of God! I want to see this. I needed him. I mean, I'm not sure, but I'm pretty sure he held off an army with his cane.
He aimed for the kneecaps. But no,
Tim, does that mean everyone took a cane to the knee and could never adventure again?
yes. But no, like when he said greens, he meant like Louisiana style greens. I don't know if you guys. Yeah, I'm probably the only one who gets that reference, but
I
Chocolate
get
collard
it.
greens,
yeah,
like mustard greens and bacon and fattening and good.
yes.
Oh, okay. She's
Southern
okay with that.
food.
Yeah, like he's actually okay. So the table and the food has all been set up like according to like where it's from. There's a whole little section for like French style food and then like Irish style food and English style food, though we don't really talk about the English food. I've heard things about like British food.
I imagine Karina's the.
Disgusting. Sorry, I just want to point out it is made of dog manure.
I imagine that Karina's the only person that gets the English food.
Yeah, it's a very, very small section.
It contains bangers and mash, and that's pretty much it.
And spotted dick. And spotted dick, I mean.
She's gonna get herself some English biscuits.
You know what? The Wumblebot will smack it out of her. Excuse me. Will smack it out of her hand and say, "No, you get real biscuits."
That is a real biscuit.
No, it's not.
It is a real biscuit. Look.
No. And then he will wumble himself down to the American section, grab a biscuit, grab one of those big ass fluffy biscuits, will walk down and put it on her plate and say, "That is a biscuit.
This is a roll. A lumpy roll.
That is a
What
biscuit."
is the? She tries it. She doesn't even argue anymore. She doesn't say shit. She just keeps it on her plate.
He kind of crosses his hands over his his chest, and he just kind of nods like, "Yeah." Mm-hmm.
Kim, at this point, Tintagel is going to walk over to the dinner table or the table set with food. He's not going to eat anything, but he's going to sip wine from a cup or from a glass.
You know
He
what?
will kind of make.
Wumblebot will pick up the English biscuit that he smacked out of Karina's hand and throw it over to Tintagel and say, "Your Excellency, you need to eat."
No, number one, and I'm the one person here that you will. Oh no, sorry. There are only two people here you will obey, and I am one of them.
You are only there by marriage.
Yes, he will say as he looks over to said person. And once again, I will point out, what's the color for happiness, Kim?
It's probably like some bright pinkish color.
For the record, he will look over and he will smile because Tintagel can now emote.
He could have emote before, but he was just he was like in the middle of his tragic backstory, TM.
Yes, Kim, but now it is even more tragic because when you eventually kill her, it will shatter him.
I mean.
I mean, look, I'm not saying Karina's ready for her to be crazy, but Karina is absolutely ready for her to be crazy.
There's a lovely little saying that I have that is, once you lose someone, it is never exactly the same person who comes back. I live by that motto. Just throwing it out there. Yeah.
Zeke will
Tintagel,
be,
for his part, he will sip his wine and wait for the allotted time.
Zeke will be in.
What, dude?
I was just saying that Zeke will be in the best outfit that he can find, and if allowed, he'll be part of Evan's character's entourage. And if it's appropriate, he'll be carrying the sword that he gave him.
I don't
On
think
attack.
Tintagel really gonna let anyone. Okay, well, which sword? The sword Tintagel gave you the other day?
Yeah, specifically the one that he gifted to Zeke.
Okay, that's fine. A lot of people here have weapons, especially with the imminent threat of war overhead. Somebody. Because they're all on the cautious side. Okay, when I say everyone, I mean like the commoners don't really have weapons, because a couple of the commoners do, like the trolls do. But
Hey, there is actually a commoner walking around with a weapon right now, but nobody knows it.
I mean, yeah. As Tintagel is sitting down, the champion for Terran will walk over. She's smiling. She's very happy. It's a good day. And she will just kind of walk over to Tintagel and bow.
Tintagel will stand up and bow.
I'm not sure if you heard her description from earlier.
Yes,
But-
she's house Liam, you said.
I did. Yes. Okay. And she will say, actually, no, she will wait to be addressed because she knows Tintagel is of higher rank.
He will say, at least excellent weather we have for it. Wouldn't you agree?
Indeed. It's going to be wonderful.
Where are my manners? Count Tintagel Flickerflame ap Dougal. A pleasure to make your acquaintance.
I am Knight Salon. Okay, Kim. I am Knight Shalandra. Wow, I fucking put this name on the sheet. I could pronounce it last night. Shalandra. Yeah, I am Knight Shalindra Havenguard Liam, and the pleasure is all mine, Your Excellency.
Kim, may I make an intellect politics roll based on her name?
Yes, you may.
That will be 6 dice, Kim. Please, help me.
6 dice.
So I can suck all of your delicious dice luck.
With you. How many dice did you say again? 6? Okay. You got 2 successes. She has, for all of the duels that that Terran has been challenged to do, she has fought all of them, and she hasn't lost one yet.
May I speak frankly, Sir Knight?
Oh, of course. Please, Your Excellency.
I'm curious why such an evidently skilled blade is, how would you say, politely, placing herself in the way of infractions committed by a child.
I'm gonna need, what's your perk empathy?
She's perk empathying me.
No, would you like to perk empathy her? I would suggest doing it.
Jesus, that thing that Dougal can't do.
Yes.
If Karina's nearby, can she do it?
Yes, Karina can as well.
Thank
Anyone
you.
who's kind of looking at the exchange and who's heard what's going on can do it. If they've overheard like the conversation. I'm assuming since Karina is the second, she's probably chilling by Tintagel and she's heard all this.
Kim, can you roll me my mighty 2 dice?
Wow, bitch just straight failed on 6 dice. Mad. She's too busy eating all that food. She's got like 6 fucking
Wow.
plates.
Wow!
Wow, the Dougal
Wow.
got it.
Wow!
That's beautiful.
2 dice! With 2 dice, 2 successes. The fucking Dougal.
Can somebody roll me 3 dice, please?
Yeah.
At this point, I guess Blythe will come back and head over to the food table.
Okay. So, with 2 successes, she will ever so slightly glance in the direction of Taryn. Of course, not completely looking to face him, or all the way over there. But it's very clear that it's that kind of when someone's behind you, or something is behind you, and you don't really turn your face. You just kind of ever turn it to the slight side. You can't see it, but it's just kind of that instinctive motion that you make right before stopping. And there is a mix of anger, probably at what Tintagel just, said, calling him a child. And then, is that maybe the most tiniest flicker of... No, that can't be. Aww, that's hilarious. It's love.
She's fucking him!
Karina don't know shit though, so
I'm spinning the wood at a high def. Fuck it.
damn, damn, Tim.
Seriously, dude?
Single success.
I'm sorry. Okay. With 1 success, she definitely cares for him.
Is that what I got? Sorry?
You got...
You know what? Because Tintagel is that bitch, he's just going to sit there and he's going to say, you love him.
Oh!
Time to roll her manip sub. Oh, Jesus Christ, Kim, why the fuck did you... Somebody remind me never to make sheets at fucking 4 in the morning. Bitch got like manip 1, subterfuge 0. Fuck my life.
Oh.
Let's see if she can pass with the... Nope. Okay, so her emotions are kind of on her face, plain as day. She feels hella ways with what Tintagel just said, but she's okay. It's not like hella. It's more like that. Her cheeks darken slightly.
Is she doing a whole Taiga from what the hell is that anime? The whole Sundar thing. I don't love him. Baka.
No, it's okay. Who wants to roll me some politics?
I'm gonna do it.
Some
Yeah,
int
no.
politics.
6 dice me.
Yeah, I'll do that too.
That was vastly better with 2 successes.
Can somebody roll me 5 dice?
Fuck.
Oh my god, is that what you rolled for Tintagel?
Yes, that is what I fucking rolled for Tintagel. I hate. See, why can't I get this kind of dice? Bro, okay, no, bro, you got all 8 and a 9.
And a 1.
So
Can
you got
somebody...
4 successes. You got 3 successes, Ian.
Thank you.
Karina got 2 successes.
Why there's no politics, so it's not rolling.
Yeah. Okay, with 2 successes, it's... Actually, fuck, with just any successes on an int politic roll. That's a knight and a prince. It's one of those, like, forbidden romance kind of bullshit going on right now, because that's just a knight from House fucking Liam? First of all.
Oh, it is?
Yeah.
I mean,
It's a knight from House Liam, and that is the prince's son, the king's son. The king is a Gwydion, first of all, and that's his son. It's yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Karina is going to holding the biggest turkey leg that she has. She's eating up, Jim. She does not have a napkin. Her mouth is all kinds of messy. Actually approach the she's in this chicken leg, staring at her. She will point at her with the chicken leg. You are changeling. Do not hold yourself back because of simple things as status.
She'll just look down at the chicken leg and then back over to Karina.
You know what you want. Get it. Keep.
You were lagging out something fierce, Tim.
I was getting a lot of interference with what you were saying, Tim.
Ahead. What the fuck? Okay, there we go. Is it better now?
Slightly.
Okay. Did you hear what I said?
Slightly.
Yeah, Karina basically just said, go get your man.
Yeah, that's what I got. She's just gonna kind of stand there and look between Karina and the chicken leg that's being pointed, or the turkey leg that's being pointed at her, and then back over to this she with like just this funky looking she with grease all over her mouth and everything. And the look on her face is pretty much just kind of like,
Are you real?
kinda.
I'm gonna see what happens if I do this. I've got a theory that it's either going to be hilarious or kill Karina. It's one or the other. He's going to point at Karina's face and he's going to cough and he's going to say, "Number one, dirty."
Oh no! So
do I need to roll initiative?
So there was a second. There was a second duel on the day.
Tim, okay, I promise it won't, there's not going to be any damage done. It's not really initiative either, but if you would like to roll initiative, that is fine. But like nothing bad's gonna happen, it's more comical than anything.
Alrighty.
So, this Wumblebot was... He was talking, and by talking I mean harassing other patrons, when suddenly there is an eerie silence from him, and his head does that whole clockwork thing where it just slowly ticks over to look at Karina, and then out of nowhere, this motherfucking Wumblebot grows like 3 extra arms that just kind of pull away from his body. All of them are holding napkins. And he just kind of very quietly says, "Dirty." With little clockwork wings will pop out from behind his back, and they are comically too small, but he will fly over to Karina as fast as a little lightning bolt. And yeah, Karina's face is just getting rubbed all over with napkins, cleaning the grease off.
Alright, so, yeah. Karina does shout out, "Who's ready for a preliminary?" And he's going in combo. We don't have to roll an initiative.
Dude, we didn't get shit of that. What you just said, I came out garbled.
My bad. Karina says, "Who wants to see a preliminary?" And she will engage with the Wumblebot.
Beautiful.
So I now see Karina fencing with a chicken leg against Rumblebot with 3 napkins. Let's see how this goes.
3 napkins and a cane.
It goes awesomely.
Okay, time to do that initiative thing.
Karina does speed through the chicken leg and bite off the bone in such a it does kind of bite off the bone in such a ways that it can be used as a blunt instrument.
You're gonna fucking fight with a turkey leg.
I hope you know I'm taking my willpower for Savage.
I think this is the absolute purest definition of improvised weapon that there's ever been. I think if you look up the definition of improvised weapon in the dictionary, there is a picture of a turkey leg.
You've obviously never seen the Food Fight episode of Ruby.
No, I have not.
Okay, Tim, what is Karina's initiative? Damn.
Damn. Looks like the fucking Wumblebot's going first.
Yeah, because Wumblebot got a fucking 15. Jesus Christ. So I don't really know what the fucking role for this, but he's just gonna try to clean Karina's face because he's like, if he gets hit, then he's gonna hit back. But since he's going first, he's just gonna try to clean her face.
Melee dexterity.
She's gonna parry.
You're gonna.
Which one of his actions? Because bear in mind, the ancient and honorable adage in World of Darkness: if you have more limbs, you get extra actions.
If you split them up between if you split the dice pool up between each arm. Oh, I can't stand you guys sometimes. I love this.
If it helps Kim, it's okay. Number one hasn't been told to go to battle mode yet. If he did, it would end sadly. It would end sadly for all involved, especially me.
Mm-hmm.
Because I'd have to get him out of battle mode afterwards.
You wish you could get him out of battle mode. That's why no one's told him to go into battle mode since Alcindra died, because she was the only one who could be like, stop.
How many successes did the fucking Wumblebot get?
3.
4 successes to parry.
Damn. So you want to narrate how you're gonna parry with this chicken bone?
So, all right. So the fucking Wumblebot goes for kind of an uppercut with the napkin, hopefully to get her chin, start along her chin. But Karina, basically, she takes the chicken leg, and as he's going up, she just pushes him forward, which pushes him away, which makes him do a fucking flip, and he lands squarely, and they are stalemated again.
He's gonna go again. Try to clean her face off. Once again, only 3 successes.
Two.
Damn. So the Wumblebot once again kind of anime style jumps into the air, little wings flapping as mightily as they can, aiming straight for Karina's face to wipe the grease off. She lifts the chicken bone. She manages to knock away a couple of his arms. It was so close, but then out of nowhere, another arm with another napkin comes, and in one clean motion. Just wipes it across her lips and chin.
See, Karina didn't know that it was just trying to wipe her face. She thought that it was trying to come for that ass. So she's like surprised. She's like, wait, that's all you wanted to do?
Of course.
Why didn't you just hand me a napkin?
He looks at you like you've grown another head.
You fight well.
Why, thank you. As do you. Nod, nod.
And now we wumble.
Yep, he wumbles back over. The arms and the wings disappear again, kind of folding flat against his body before they're not really sucked in, but they go back into place. So he looks just like a two-armed little butler. And he wumbles back over to the table where he begins berating other people, saying, "You need to eat more. You need to eat less."
If it helps, he's no, hang on. We worked this out. He's like 800 years old, if that helps. He's a little bit senile.
He also has 800 years worth of XP.
I mean, when I say he beat up an army and they all took an arrow or they all took a blow to the knee, I wasn't kidding.
I don't think I've ever actually managed to ask this before, but what is the damage rating of a napkin and a turkey bone?
Napkin would probably be used more for like blinding or some shit like that.
The fact that the question had to be asked and an answer even thought of is kind of amazing.
I mean, this is Changeling.
You know something? Tintagel's going to stand up and he's going to smile and put both of his hands on Karina's shoulders and he's going to say, "Congratulations, you've survived number one. That's better than most people."
Shrug. What can I say? Anyway, she's gonna walk over to she'll just say, "Excuse me, Your Excellency." She's gonna walk over to the Liam. And she'll kind of say, "Would like to offer you good luck in the fight. Also, she'll kind of whisper, it's obvious that you have feelings for him. After this is done, you should perhaps go and fuck his brains out."
She's got that face of like, I can't believe a baroness just fucking told me this, and she's just kind of like, excuse me, my lady. What?
Through all this, wife is just sitting at a table eating Irish food. Well, feeding it to her head, so.
Do I need to be more detailed and draw you a diagram?
No, my lady. No.
Because I am saying that after this, when he is dressing your wounds, you should... Yes, you should probably insert his penis into your mouth.
My lady! No!
I'm dying now.
And she'll just kind of, you know what? She's gonna fucking pull a concerned Kim. One hand is gonna go like over her heart. She's gonna be like, "My lady, no, I can, no, he has, no."
Karina looks over to him. Looks back over to the Liam. He looks like a man that's in need of a party. Give him a party.
But he has plenty of parties, my lady.
Sounds to me like you should just be the best one.
No.
Mm-hmm.
I am a knight, and he is a prince. No, my lady.
Fair enough.
Tintagel...
She's kind of leaving.
Oh, sorry, continue, Tim.
No, she was just going dip at that point.
I Tintagil's going to stand up. It's about time for the fight to commence. So he's going to walk into the center of the kind of, the arena area that's been set up, and he's going to basically flex his. He's going to just stand there, kind of contemplating. Every muscle is tight. Every fiber of his being ready to engage in this combat. Probably, in all honesty, he's fighting for the soul of Leinster, and he has a plan. You know what they say?
Soul of Leinster, but
well, I have an idea. You know what they say behind every good man is a woman?
I prefer it the other way around, but I mean, that's just me. But go on.
That's also, I'm saying the saying is such.
I know.
I have an idea. Does this knight I rolled the 2 successes. Is she honorable? Is she noble? And is she true?
Yes.
Okay. I know what I'm going to do, Kim.
You're going to be a noble bastard, aren't you? Or an unhonorable one, huh?
You're going to see what I do to save this kingdom from its playboy prince. He's going to point, and what was his name? Duke Terran, was it?
Yeah, Duke Terran ap Leonin.
Duke Terran ap Leonin, your grace. Before the fight begins, perhaps you and I may make a wager to make it more interesting.
Oh?
It's simply this. As I've said. Sorry, someone's just talking to me. Give me a moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's rather simple. In the event I am victorious, in the event you are victorious, I will serve you loyally. Any requests that you may deign to ask, any service you may ask of me, will be done for a year and a day. Does that interest you?
It depends on my side of this deal.
It is simple. In the event that I am victorious, he will look at the knight and he will say, "You must grant Sir Liam whatever her heart's desire is, if it is within your power to grant."
Oh my dear sweet political god.
You just hear the commoners all go,
I'm pretty sure there's a squee going up.
the commoners are all just like, ooh. Fucking Sir Liam just looks confused as fuck. She's just kind of like, oh no. Oh, no.
Yes! Give in!
Karina's sitting over here like, man. Oh.
He... Oh. Ooh. The Duke will kind of look between Tintagel and the knight. He's kind of looking back and forth between the both of them. He thinks for a moment. And then he just kind of shrugs and he's like, okay. It's fine with me.
Excellent. I need somebody to tell me, because he's going to reference this very quietly when they're about to come together to fight. Kim, what's it called? The Oath of True Hearts, right?
Yeah.
Okay, continue.
Kim, I'm just curious question. Down towards where the action is occurring, do each side have a place for each other's entourages, I'm assuming?
I mean, they don't really have entourages. Like all the Duke has is his second and his champion, and that's like all.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, like if Tintagel wants his own little spot for like all his little people, I mean that's up to him.
Probably. Well, I mean, there's myself, there's Karina, there's Zeke, there's my bae, as we're now going to lovingly refer to her as, until she goes batshit insane and I have to put her down. So yeah, no, there's not really a corner or anything like that, but you know what I mean. There's people are gathering in a specific place, I guess.
Okay, cool. Just wanted to know.
You have number one set on your head. In that case, Tintagel will look at the Duke and he will say, "I'm ready to begin when your champion is, Your Grace."
He nods. Then we'll kind of make that motion of like, come here, to his knight, and she'll nod and walk over there, and they'll have a conversation.
Take a dive. Take a dive. I'm gonna be so happy if she just takes a nosedive on this.
She's got a reputation to uphold.
I'm not expecting her to take a dive and all. The question is, of course, which does she value more, her heart's desire or her honor?
Ooh.
At the end of the day, she thinks a very certain way, and she's not about to force the Duke into a position to, yeah.
However, she's also so honorable that when asked her heart's desire, she will be honest.
Indeed, but that's if she loses.
Indeed.
Do the 7. I need this in my life.
I'm doing my best.
So, they will talk, and they will talk, and they will continue talking. And oh boy, it's a pretty long talk. Of course, she has manipulation of like fucking nothing, so her emotions are playing very plainly across her face. It's very tense. And then they will stop talking, and she will bow and walk into the clearing. Or into the arena with Tintagel, and she will say, "No cantrips, no arts, only swords."
He will say, "No cantrips, no arts, only swords."
Of course, whatever treasures that you might have, for I see you have a mighty treasure indeed, that is fine. For those of the weapons and perhaps armor, but not from your person.
Tintagel will nod. And he will, for the record, she can't actually see his treasure. I will point that out. Because it is covered by his cloak.
Look, that's a lot of power right there, my dude.
Okay, that's fine.
Like, she doesn't know what it is, but all she knows is, damn, that Int Greymare is just kind of like, ding, ding, or Kenning, ding, 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 ding. That's some fucking magic.
All right, Kim, do we do, because in old-timey duels, it was very, very common to have declarations. So before combat began, each side would say something, and then they would do the kind of on guard, basically.
On guard, my dude. If that is what Tintagel wishes to do,
He
he
will,
would still go first. So
he will gesture if she wishes to speak first.
she will shake her head and gesture back to him because he's just kind of like, "That's a duke," or "That's a count."
In that case, with a flourish, he will push his cloak back and draw the sword, and his response will be, "By she the armies were led, the forests they tread, in their footsteps only dead, battlefields left with those who fled. Without us they were misled, forever frozen now they stay. When the time is right, their insolence they shall pay." And Kim, I have to do an important thing. I have to use my remembrance to actually get melee.
Oh boy.
I remember that little poem. It took me forever and a fucking day to write that shit.
I liked it. That's why I read it.
Thank you. I worked very hard on it.
I know.
And I got to throw in like some she shade too, because whoever wrote this clearly did not fucking like the she. It was glorious.
Mm-hmm.
Yep, so you'll have it for about 2 rounds because you have Remembrance 3, and I'm pretty sure you used Remembrance like Tuesday or Monday.
I did. But you can use the number of times per story equal to the remembrance, can't you?
Mm-hmm.
Does it not last the scene?
Per story, that's like a week.
No, I mean, does the effect of the actual remembrance not last the scene? As in, you will have this melee for the scene.
Mm-hmm. No, it's no. Additionally, the player may substitute Remembrance for an ability on any roll involving a mundane task. The substitution may be made a number of times per story equal to the character's Remembrance rating.
So it's only for the game.
Yeah. So you can only use Remembrance to add to your melee score twice before you use all of your Remembrance for this week.
In that case, Kim, I will have to end this in one strike.
But you shall see!
Kim, important question. What armor is she wearing?
She is wearing sheep plate that has clearly been tailored to herself. And yes, she's wearing a helmet, she's got a cloak on, she's got the tabard, whole 9 yards.
Excellent. I'm going to have to make a cold shot to the eye, Kim.
No, when I say she's got the helmet, I mean she ain't a dumbass either.
That's entirely fair. Hashtag have helmets that have small slits.
Now, if you had a knife or stiletto,
It would have to be a stiletto. Yeah. She's got it's one of those visors. It's kind of speckled. So it's not just like a slit or anything. It's kind of like small little holes for the where she can see out of.
All right, Kim, before just as we begin, just as the duel begins, can you please roll me my dexterity plus melee, difficulty 7, for the trapping of the ire?
Mm-hmm. You got no melee, so.
Well, I do with the remembrance.
Are you gonna use? Okay, if you're gonna reuse, okay, you'll have to end it in one shot.
I will have to end it in one shot.
You gotta remember, she still has her declaration to do as well. What the fuck? Damn.
Damn, good or bad?
Bad.
Fuck.
No successes, my dude.
Ah, well, these things happen.
reroll at a higher difficulty.
I can't, it's a treasure. All right. Okay, make her a declaration, Kim. I have to go to the bathroom quickly so we can start punching each other when I get back.
I ain't even gonna be here to listen to it. I got you.
Okay, I'll be here to listen. I'll stay.
Nah, go use the bathroom, dude. I've got rolls to make anyway for her because she's got to activate all her shit too.
2 hours later, she's finally activated everything.
What is that?
And in between that time, Krillin dies.
Yeah, no. Karina's just sitting there with like she's dual wielding right now. She has a biscuit and she has some fried chicken. She's just chilling there. I'm guessing Zeke's next to her, right?
Yeah, yes, and don't worry, he knows the Heimlich maneuver.
All right. Karina's gonna look over at Zeke and she's just gonna ask, "Hey, Zeke."
So, and it's Milady, right? At a character, it's Milady. That's the appropriate.
Yeah, generally. Although with your politics rating and also just knowing Karina, it doesn't really seem like she cares one way or another.
Yeah, he says the sup to her low enough that only she could hear, but then the Milady loud enough for the to satiate anybody that might be listening.
Tintagel has no idea how to fight with the blade, does he?
I have not seen him use a blade.
All right.
Oh, you do. You would notice that that Zeke has a bastard sword across his back right now.
Karina assumes that Zeke has no idea how to fight with the blade.
He actually does.
Is it melee one?
He was running around with a cane long enough that he figured he got good enough hitting people with the cane to justify melee one.
Fair. Yeah, so Karina just okay. Takes a bite out of her biscuit. She dips it. She takes some of the skin off the chicken, dips it in the gravy, eats the chicken skin.
Oh my god, I shouldn't have made the sheet at 4 in the morning. I've got so many facts to roll for these fucking treasures. Jesus Christ.
Zeke's gonna look at Karina and take out a single dross and put it on the arm of his chair and go. I got one dross on. Ian can never seem to say Evan's character's name right, but he says it correctly in game.
Alrighty.
Okay, so when Tintagel says all his stuff and he gets his effects up, she will pull out both of her weapons. She is dual wielding the rapiers, and she will say, "As always, I will do my best, for I am the champion of His Royal Highness Theron Ni Leonin." Or App Leonin. She would have said App. There we go. I keep getting the two fucking mixed up.
It absolutely mindfucks me because I keep on calling people who play Hermetics App something, but no, it's Bonnie. And I'm just like, why the fuck can't you?
Beautiful. Yes. App Leonin. As always, I am honorable. And I wish my opponent a good and mighty duel. And then...
Kim, oh, sorry, can I get Intelligence Greymere roll? Because you said she had, or Kenning roll, because you said she had treasures. So I want to see what the treasures are.
Yep, that's fine. Okay.
That will be 7 dice for my Kenning roll.
Okay, you got 3 successes. Yeah. No. Damn, son. Her armor and her weapons are both treasures.
All right.
If you want to roll int changeling lore, you can figure out what the weapons are because the weapons are actually named.
That is 6 dice.
Damn. Yeah, Tintagil's got no clue unless you want to roll at a higher diff.
No, I'm good, thanks.
Yeah, again. Okay.
I tell you what, can somebody else roll my dice for me? Because it's just going to get complicated if Kim has to roll both sets of them. As much as I do love leeching her delicious dice luck.
Thank you.
So who here has me? Somebody got me?
I can roll for you.
I'd rather it be somebody on ST staff.
Okay.
I can do it. Though I don't know if Evan wants me to.
Yeah, Brett, you've got.
What?
I was just gonna say like your dice luck is not the best, but yeah.
You really don't want to. You really don't want my dice luck.
All right. What am I rolling for you?
Well, first we gotta roll the initiative.
Okay.
Yeah. I will just narrate something though. When she finishes speaking, she places she does one of those she has one arm with one rapier down at her side, but she does that little flick of the wrist before she moves her sword or one of the rapiers in kind of front of her face. Then she will kind of bang her fist against her chest, and then there's the sound of crackling lightning as
Oh, of course there is.
her armor now has tiny little crackles of electricity running all along it.
I know that art. That's nice art.
It is a nice art.
What's your initiative modifier?
My initiative modifier is +6. So, yeah.
You're going on 11.
Okay, let's see. And she is going on a 16.
Hit me, baby, one more time.
It is going to be a hit me, baby, one more time. Or... Oh, shit. Okay, sorry. I don't know her sheet all that well. I made it at hella early o'clock in the morn.
Oh, morn, Kim?
Yes,
Sorry,
in the
Kim.
morn. Would Tintagel like to dodge?
How many successes does she have to hit me?
Your character don't know that.
28.
I mean, you gonna be that guy, Kim?
Yeah, hey, you said you were gonna try to pull some bullshit too. I can hit back just as hard.
I really am. This is gonna be bad. To answer the question, am I gonna dodge? I'm gonna say. Yes. Yeah, he's gonna dodge with his 7 dice pool.
Okay. Okay.
Tintagel is very good at GTFOing.
Okay, so Tintagel gets out of the way.
All right. So I have to end this in one cut, or rather, lots of cuts.
Hmm.
Hi, Kim.
Hey, what's up?
Let's spend 3 of his glamour into. Yeah, let's spend 3 of his glamour into 6 extra actions.
It's in
1 for 2.
twos. It's in twos. If you spend 3 glamour, then it will be up for 6 rounds, but it's just 2 on each round.
Spend the user gains 2 extra actions per round. 2 on the first round, 2 on the second round. So I can
Yes,
spend multiple.
it doesn't stack though. It will add on to the effect, so you will have it for 6 rounds for 2 extra actions, but it doesn't. The effects are not cumulative; they do not stack up.
Oh, okay. In that case, that seems a whole lot better. Because I'm not gonna lie, otherwise it was just sad.
Yeah, this ain't some celerity bullshit up in this piece.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, in
No,
a lot of ways,
that's
it's much better, really.
Yeah.
That's fair. Can that be combined with normal Wayfair?
What, celerity and Wayfair?
No. As in, this is on a treasure. Can I also use Wayfair on my person to also get extra actions?
Quicksilver.
Yes.
Well, that's what his treasure has. It's got Quicksilver. I'm gonna just go as a. I'm gonna go as a no with that. Like, if you didn't have your treasure and you wanted to use Quicksilver, or if you wanted to use it on like your buddies.
That's entirely fine. Okay. In that case, yeah, he's going to use the 2 requisite glamour. He's going to spend the requisite glamour into his item so that he will have 2 extra actions at the end of the initiative round, which will be. He will then have to pass his turn because obviously he spent his actual major action just parrying. So essentially feeding the weapon is, I think, just a miscellaneous or a reflexive action.
Yep, it is.
So
Okay.
because she has the initiative, does she have an extra action at the end of the turn, or does she not?
She does.
Okay.
Okay. Would Tintagel like to dodge?
If it's an extra, does he have extra actions up? Because I don't know if he can.
He does have extra actions.
Okay.
No, I'm gonna let her hit me with this one.
All right. What's your soak roll?
One more time.
I beg your pardon?
What's your soak roll?
She has to roll her damage first.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
And I will say she is using rapiers. I couldn't find any rules for them because I knew they were armor piercing somewhere. I couldn't fucking find it. I think it's like a 2 or a 3 for their armor piercing.
I don't think armor piercing isn't a stat. I've never seen a weapon with armor piercing. Even
Changeling maces used to have armor piercing on them.
Yeah, and bullets and shit have them all the time.
And certain a couple of knives in Changeling have armor piercing as well.
Mm-hmm. Like stilettos have armor piercing.
Yep.
Okay.
As do rapiers because they're more of those kind of thrusting thin kind of thing. Like I said, I built the sheet at 2 in the morning or 4 in the morning. It was bad. Oh jeez, I got like an hour before I gotta go to class. Yeah. I got like 2. Anyway, so yeah, it'll probably be like 2 armor piercing. So it'll just lower the let me just roll this back. I promise, guys, I know how to do this. Okay, that'll be 3 lethal. It will be. He's using sheep plate, which is 5 armor piercing. Would be 2, so it would be 3 dice. I will say though,
Oh,
that
sorry.
yeah.
You said only 3 went through, or you had 3 dice to soak.
He had 3 dice to soak.
All right, he soaked 2 of it.
Okay. Since it was a successful hit, as the weapon runs through his armor, from the sword itself and from the area where it hit, a chill will begin forming, and a soft, gentle frost will run over Tintagel's armor and onto him as well. Because Winter 1 is a hell of a drug.
Oh, yeah, no, that shit's good.
So, because Tintagel is very cold, it's a +1 difficulty to all rolls because of the cold.
That's fine. Does she have any more initiative actions, or is that her only one?
She has another one, but she is going to hold it for a defensive action.
Okay.
So it is Tintagel's turn. I will say he is now at, to hit her, he is at a +3. Because he is cold and she's got, her armor has Dragon's Ire 1 and yeah. No, not Dragon's Ire 1, Dragon Ire
2.
Yeah.
Compounded. Yeah.
She's got a lot of Dragon's Ire, but anyway. Yes.
I'm gonna be right back, guys. I'm gonna jump back in just a moment. I'll get some fucking fud.
Get it?
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Tintagel is going to. He now knows how he's going to fight her. Kim,
Hello.
we are now back at the start of the. He will spend the requisite glamour. Time will reverse, and we are at the beginning of the turn.
Okay. Or you're only targeting yourself though, so you will be reversed back.
I will be.
Is that a glamour?
So we will have to roll initiative again.
Mm-hmm.
I said we'll have to roll. Brett, do you mind rolling my initiative again, please?
No problem. Working on it now. 10.
Kim,
And she got a 19. Okay, she will go in for another hit.
Mm-hmm.
Would you like to dodge?
I beg your pardon?
Would Tintagel like to dodge?
Yes, Tintagel would like to dodge, please.
Okay.
How many dice do you have to dodge?
He has a grand total of 7 dice to dodge.
You have 3 successes on your dodge roll.
He successfully dodges.
Bear in mind, all of his rolls at this point will be at -3 difficulty.
Hold on. -3? I didn't know you said -3. 1,
Oh,
2,
my apologies. Yes, they would be at -3 difficulty because of deja vu.
7.
Deja vu. I've been in this place before. I am the street.
So Evan, you've got 7 successes on that dodge.
That's what I've been fucking missing. My music.
It's a hell of. So, Kim, on his action, he will once again spend the requisite glamour into powering the weapon for another 2 turns.
Okay. Okay, he's going. You said he was going to parry again, right? Or dodge?
Yep.
Okay. Yep, and he dodges again. And then she will hold. Well, yes. She will hold her action for a defensive.
Okay. Hi, Kim.
Hello!
I'm about to do something you really didn't expect.
Okay, what is it?
How good is she at grappling?
Not too terribly.
Excellent. Tintagel is going to kick off from the ground because if she's using her armor, I'm damn well going to use mine.
Okay. Don't forget to roll for that.
Yep, Brett, would you mind rolling me 7 dice of Dex Athletics? I don't know if this benefits from Deja Vu. It probably wouldn't.
Because you
I'd have a
targeted
stretch-
yourself,
stretch
not
roll.
the. Yeah, it wouldn't work. Yeah, it would not. So it would just be Dex Athletics.
So, yep, so Brett, can you roll me 7 dice, please?
Okay, 2 successes. It will be minutes in glamour, so you can fly for 4 minutes.
Alright, he's going to kick off from the ground and he's going to fly up into the air, kind of looking down on her. At which point he's going to smile. Kind of, looking down. Actually, no. What he's going to do is he's going to use the momentum of the fact he's now flying, and he's going to essentially tackle her, Kim.
Okay.
So it becomes an opposed Dex melee, or it's either Dex or it becomes an opposed Dex
Strength brawl.
It's you can either roll Dex or Strength when you're grappling, depending on how you're doing it. If you're basically trying to overpower them, you use Strength. If you're trying to lock limbs, it's Dex, I think. But I don't really mind. It's up to you, whichever you prefer. Dealer's choice.
You can do either one.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to spend a willpower on this because this, I hope to God, works. And Brett, if you wouldn't mind rolling me my mighty 4 dice.
Alright. Take into account you are spending willpower.
Yield.
4 successes. That's including the willpower.
And she will try to dodge.
You have to. Well, no. When you initiate a grapple, you can't dodge a grapple attempt. You actually have to fend them off with anti-grapple. It's one of the weird World of Darkness rules.
Which is pretty stupid.
You can't dodge a grapple.
Sure if you
I don't
see
know
someone
why.
coming at you, you can just slide out the way. But
You think once again, you can rule it however you want, but traditionally, no. It's one of those really weird rules that Black Wolfers just stupid on. I don't mind though if she wants to do the dodge thing, do the dodge thing. Do the dodge thing. Do the dodge thing.
I'll read up on it more later and see what the fuck goes on.
Grappling's stupid in this game. By the way, Brett, were you taking into account that my rolls were at -3 difficulty when I did the grapple?
No, because you weren't deja vuing.
Yeah, no, but Deja Vu is any roll I make in that rep, so it is counted.
Then you got 5 successes.
Actually, you know what? Yeah, she'll be okay with that. And yes, Ian, you are correct. Her armor is electrified.
Yep. Taking that
that's
sweet,
not-
sweet bashing damage.
Oh, that's not going to be good. Oh.
It's a really weird power, though. It's like, because I had it with Tintagel, it's the Electro Shield power. And it's like, you should be much better than you are.
No, it's Skycraft.
That's for it's a,
Yeah.
it's a shroud of some kind.
Yeah,
Shroud.
3
Shroud.
bashing when. Yeah, 3 bashing
It's gonna
when
hurt.
touched.
It's so beautiful.
Question: is it 3 dice of bashing or 3 levels of bashing?
I was actually about to go check the wording on that.
I think
Because
it's 3 levels of bash. I think it's 3 dice of bashing, but that's just, as I said, I had it with Ashrin, and I was just like, what is this?
Yeah, it's being touched. Suffers 3 dice of bashing damage.
Okay, so is she actively letting me grapple her, Kim?
Not actively, but if she's got to oppose with her
All right.
strength and stuff, you probably already grabbed her, which means it's gonna happen, and then she's gonna use her strength brawl to try to get out, or just strength or whatever.
Okay.
Hello, my pretty teals.
Hi, Kim.
Hello.
Also, on a brief. Okay, hang on. And on a brief side note, we're now also going into the sky, but it now goes to the top of the initiative.
No, she's got to oppose it first. Hold on, buddy.
Oh, I thought she had opposed it. My apologies.
How many successes? Yeah.
I got 5.
Mm-hmm. Yep, she does not get enough.
Welcome to Skytown.
Mm-hmm.
On a side note, guys, it's kind of really cool and or freaky because the power just completely went here. So I'm running on batter, but power's gone. Cool.
You know what they say about exploring creepy ass castles in the dark, right?
Yes, Evan's about to break his neck for going down a flight of stairs. That's what they say.
Can you not?
I would really rob. Hang on, I'm going to try and just light some candles. So give me just a moment.
Medieval battles by candlelight. Okay.
Notes. So I had spent one of my actions flying, or one of my actions parrying her, correct?
Mm-hmm. And then the other one was to grapple her and go into the sky. So now we're back at the top of the initiative round.
I have a question. Because this is actually quite important, and it's something that we probably need a ruling on. How fast do you actively fly with that level of Wayfarer? Because it doesn't ever say.
Probably running speed when unhindered, but you just got,
You just got hindered.
Yeah, you just got a she on you.
Yeah, but that still would, because basically in that case, it would be however much my movement is, because you work out movement, it's actually an equation based on your dexterity and your athletics, and that equals your movement. Sorry, I'm currently walking around in the dark while doing this, so please bear with me.
No.
I mean, dang it. Okay. So his dexterity is 4, his athletics is 3, so I think it works in 5 yards, or 5, I think it's 5 yards, a level of those per movement action. And he's spending the entirety of his turn flying up directly upwards. So, or the entirety of his extra turn flying directly upwards.
You haven't used any extra actions yet, because you grabbed her And then on this next round,
Yes.
you were going to proceed to start flying up. Because, okay, the first round went with her hitting you and you dodging. Then we went into extra actions, which was the same thing. Then the next round after that, she held her action to... She held it as a defensive action, and then you grappled her. She failed that defensive action. Now we are back at the top of the initiative. Hasn't flown upwards yet. She still has one chance to move out of that because she did get the top of the initiative.
I have
That's
a quick
fine.
question, actually. I thought you could move and attack in the same turn. Or is that not how Changeling works?
You can move and attack. It's all basically to do with the technical. Okay, World of Darkness has a stupid economy of movement, basically, and it is stupid. But basically, you get a. God damn it! Now my candle's gone out. To go back and get my matches. But basically, yeah, you have a weird ass economy of movement where you can. Ow! Fuck. Short answer: yes. My hand just got burned, so ow. But yes, Kim, feel free to open up a case of whoop ass on my soul.
Because, I mean, if we're going to get down, you got to remember you were up in the air and then flew down to grab her. So that would also have technically been...
That was more thematic. In theory, I could have just started flying and grappled her. You know, I just said I went up in the air because it looked cooler.
What the fuck is that? Was something
If it helps, Evan is currently desperate for his backpack, which is his portable battery charger. But he has no idea where it is. Kim, but as I said, feel free to open up a collective case of whoop ass on me.
Nah. Start going in the air.
I beg your pardon?
Something is burning. What the fuck? Anyway, what I said is, yeah, that's fine. If y'all start going up in the air, now it's time for her to get...
Oh, that was valuable.
Isn't like everything in your house? Let's be real here. Ooh. Okay. Going to need strength or dex brawl.
Okay. Sorry, just give me.
To get out.
Yeah, that's fine.
What's your strength brawl?
Just give me just a moment, Brett. Sorry, I'm still in the process of just looking for things in a house that has no light, so bear with.
No worries.
I wish people would put things back where they're damn well meant to be.
It's 7 dice, Brett.
Gotcha.
Gonna spend another sweet willpower.
Okay, so 56, 1 willpower. 5 successes with the willpower.
Mother! Oh shit, literally. Hi, Mom.
Oh my god, Evan, let me say hello to your mom.
Yeah, no, sorry. Yes, I know the fuse board went. Mom, do you want to say hello to Kim? Yes, she's the one from New Orleans.
I also want to say hello.
I am not from New Orleans.
Just hang on. All right, everyone, say hi to my mom.
Hello, Evan's mom.
Hello.
Okay, cool. Right. She says hello.
Evan's mother.
currently trying to fix what is apparently a broken circuit breaker in the dark.
No. Hand her the mic. Hand her the mic.
Kim, we're really busy, please. She says she will happily talk to you at another time, and you sound darling. Oh, she says you all sound darling. My apologies. So, with my mighty 5 successes, Kim, did I keep control of the grapple or did I not?
Just barely. Just barely.
All right, Kim, my action is going to be spent getting even more vertical.
Okay. Once again, she will try to get out of that.
How high are we at this point?
Probably pretty fucking high.
Another
going-
willpower or no? Evan, another willpower?
I didn't quite get your breath, so I'm walking further and further away from the router.
No worries. Do you want to spend another willpower on this?
Wait for Kim to roll her dice, and then I'll make my decision. Or has she already rolled? I'm not paying as much attention as I probably should.
Yeah, it looks like she rolled.
Mm-hmm. And she did spend a willpower for that as well, so.
Oh, you're playing that game, Kim. You know what my NPCs never do? If we're going to play a game where NPCs can spend willpower, oh, Jesus, the Inquisitor's coming for that ass.
Fucking bring it. I will smash that son of a bitch into the ground. I've got Forces 3 and I can get it up to Forces 4 when I get more XP.
Evan, do you want to spend
Yes,
willpower? Okay.
Brett, roll my dice. Yes, I'll spend another willpower. I'm also going to have to probably have to convert some of my glamour into willpower in a few minutes because hashtag that will life.
Force.
Might do that one
sorry.
crafting or something.
1, 2, 3, 4. 6 successes this time.
What the? Okay. Does not make it out.
Kim's like super salty.
I hope you know, like, every turn, you're still in contact with her and that bashing is still going off.
Yeah, no, would you like me to make some soak rolls?
Yes.
So we've been in contact now for 2 turns. Do you want to roll the 3 and then roll the 3? And then we'll
Gotcha.
roll soak and soak. I'm not even fucking kidding, people. Where the fuck did they leave my backpack? This is not hard.
That roll didn't go through. Unless my computer's lagging on the Discord again. Yeah, my computer's lagging on Discord again. Or Discord's lagging on me.
Let's see. It might just be. Yeah, it might just be sidekick.
Okay.
Thank you, sidekick. Thankfully, we still have a rolls room.
Yep. Link it, please.
Okay, he got soaked. Well, no, because it is bashing damage, so he'll have his stamina plus the full because it's not piercing through the armor, which is weird.
Yeah, no, you think the lightning damage would go through armor, wouldn't you? But yeah.
Yep. So it'd be 5 and
Yeah, that's going to be 5 dice plus 2, which is 7 dice or so.
Let me find the link to the rolls room because I can't remember where it is.
One, 2, 3, 4, 5.
There we go.
Yep, he soaked the first one.
Oh, you rolling for him?
Well, I was already in the thing, so 1, 2, 3. Yep, and he soaked the second one.
Okay. Hi, Ian. This is a move that I'm going to call the fuck happened to your troll. My turn to do action, Kim.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know hopscotch is a thing, and I'm not an idiot. Have you ever seen Pokemon when they do a seismic toss?
Have I ever seen what?
Have you
I
ever
know
seen
what
in
you're talking
Pokemon
about.
what a seismic toss looks like?
Yes.
Essentially, I'm going to turn her around. I'm going to angle her at the ground. Which means we're both going to fly at the ground at top speed. Literally, I'm going to V-line it for the ground. And I'm going to, at the last moment, kick her down and smash her onto the ground. Because I know how falling damage works.
Isn't this like the exact opposite of what happened to my troll? Because he was actually saved from hitting the ground.
You know what? He's going to look her in the face and he's going to say, "Do you?" But before he drops her, before he does the whole kind of V-line for the ground, he's going to say, "Do you yield?"
No.
Okay. In that case, we're V-lining it to the ground.
I swear I'm getting Gara versus Rock Lee flashbacks.
She was a better swordsman than I am. She was a better fighter than I am. I just decided to use Duel physics.
I'm just waiting for that. Thank you.
So it'll probably so Kim, as I said, the plan is he's going to. How high up are we? If I had to guess,
About 3-4 stories or so.
yeah, because falling damage caps out at a certain point. Even if we mitigate the fact that because I will be physically controlling the fall in the sense that I'm not going to like if she attempts to hopscotch, I'm going to have her physically grabbed. So she might be able to bounce, but I'll bring her down again. So he's going to V-line his head for the ground, and he's going to basically right before they reach the ground, smash her onto it.
Okay.
So if you'd like to go to the start of your next initiative round or whatever else, if it takes more than an action to fly down again, whatever's easy.
Nah, we're gonna turn this into slightly thematic because ease. Sorry. Okay. So Tantagel does what Evan just described, releasing her and throwing the knight into the ground, where she lands with a very sickening thud. There is a knight-sized kind of imprint in the dirt now. It's not looking very good.
Please tell me I'm not getting the call from her.
No, not particularly.
Okay.
She will... Because her weapons, of course, when she fell, she kind of dropped them because she was like, oh, fuck. And she also didn't want to land on a sword. And
That would have been very sad.
Yeah. So she will slowly stand up. And she doesn't look good. Falling in armor is not good, no matter what, because it just kind of bends. So it is very, pretty sure that chest piece was supposed to be slightly a bit more round. It's not round anymore. It's currently compressed, and it's not good because she has titties.
Not the boobies. Kim, have I just committed boob crime?
Well, she might have a broken rib or two because, I mean, when the big sacks of fat, it's kind of why you can't. You have to be really careful when chest binding so you don't crack a rib.
Oh. Kim, does she still look like she can fight?
Yes.
Okay then.
She also
Hmm?
because fucking boob physics is a pain in the ass, guys, let me tell you. She will stand up and she will look up at Tintagel. And she smirks ever so slightly before beginning to slowly walk over to grab her rapiers.
Kim, I'm flying. Can I get to her swords before she can?
You can get to one of them because they are on kind of like opposite sides.
In that case, he's going to block her path to the other one of them. Actually, no, he will draw her other one. Because we said that we would use the power of our sword. She never said I had to continue using hers. Hashtag that unseelie. She never said I couldn't use hers. Hashtag that unseelie logic.
Mm-hmm. There
So he
is, of
will
course,
draw her.
there had been.
Go, sorry, continue.
Yeah, of course, there had been a quote-unquote officiator kind of making sure that everything in the duel stayed proper. And it was probably some high up. It was actually probably the Duke himself. So the Duke will then stand up and in a very booming voice say, "This duel is finished. The terms were swordsmanship. That was not a sword."
Tintagel will turn to the Duke and he will bow and he will say, "In that case, Your Grace, I must find for point of clarification. Technically speaking, it was my dear colleagues here, armor, who struck the first blow against me. I merely retaliated with mine own armor. Thus, it is her who is technically at fault."
No, the first blow was to your chest before you went back in time.
"As per our agreement, Your Grace, we are allowed to use the powers of our weapons. I did so. Her armor struck the first blow to wound me. I merely allowed my armor, secondly, to engage her. She had already, through her own actions, deemed it to be sportsmanlike. She allowed it to befall me."
But before you had changed the fate of time, her sword had struck the first blow.
"I entirely agree, Your Grace. However, as per the stipulations of our agreement, I have not cheated."
Nor has she.
Okay, Kim, clarification, because, yeah.
They did say the power of treasures.
Hmm?
They did say the power of treasures.
Yes.
Her armor is a treasure.
My wings.
Yes, but throwing her to the ground and was not the use of the treasure. And he is a very Sealy Duke and an asshole.
Fine, but I'm just pointing out I really disagree with that. But okay, that's fine. I will.
I know a lot of people disagree with that. In fact,
You can, as this is a medieval thing, beg the question.
He will say,
before he has a chance to speak, the knight will pipe up and say, "I apologize for my insolence, Your Grace, but this fight is not over. I understand how you see it from your point of view, but everything so far has been just." There will be grumble grumble from the Duke, and he'll sit down and kind of wave the hand, as in the whatever, the fight shall go on. He looks pissed, though.
I mean, okay, that's fair.
You gotta remember, I gotta play up. He is a very Hella Sealy Duke from House Fiona.
That's entirely fair.
House Fiona.
No,
There
okay.
are two dukes. So we'll call them Prince Leon and Duke Maldref because it's easier.
Yeah.
Okay.
Duke Maldron
Yeah,
is
Duke.
the Duke of Dublin. And some outlying
Yeah.
little places.
Yeah, no, because I ain't gonna front you. Correct. No, didn't nobody cheat in that. Like what?
He took it as cheating, but he sees things a very certain way because, he's hella old, and so when people said, only swords and shit, he's only swords. Back in my day, we didn't even fucking use treasures. But kind of thing.
That's fair. That's fair. Like,
so you have to remember, he's saying this from a very old she perspective. Like, okay, when I say old, it takes a while for a she to go gray. This dude is like gray.
Kim, I would like to point out I know his tragic backstory, TM.
Yeah, you do know his tragic backstory, TM.
Zeke does hand over the single dross to Karina.
I haven't lost yet.
yeah,
the
no,
fight's
no,
not
no.
over.
Yeah, no, ain't nobody long lost yet. They still going.
But I thought he declared it over.
No,
Nope.
he then withdrew his ruling.
Yeah,
Oh,
when
okay, sorry.
everyone kind of was like, when everyone got in arms about it.
Sorry,
Because everyone was unsealing. They were like, wait, what do you mean?
Yeah, because everyone is fucking unseelie except... Okay. Well, House Liam, she is an unseelie. She's hella sealy, but everyone else is just kind of like...
I'm just going to
Fuck
point
you,
out
old
that Zeke
Sealy
is
man.
actually...
No, but
Zeke,
I'll tell you what,
Zeke
though.
is
If
actually
somebody did
sealy.
step out... Sorry.
Just saying, Zeke is actually Sealy.
I'll tell you what, though. If somebody did step out of line, you can bet the unsealie would be like, I'm sorry, what?
What's the so out of curiosity, looking her up and down, did my toss at least fuck her up?
Bruh, yes. Pretty sure that breastplate is not supposed to be bent in that angle. Like, it's not supposed to be inward. And, Tintagels probably fought chicks. Titties, man. When they're pushed in with such force like that, they do break ribs because they're just big, extra fucking sacks of annoying ass fat. And, other things. But
Yes, Kim, yourself and your breast hatred has been noticed.
I have
thank you.
to bow out. Prince is being annoying and he needs things, so I'll talk to you guys later.
Yeah.
All right. So Kim, what's the current state of play? Because actually, important question: has there been an enchantment or anything put on the arena so that we legitimately cannot kill each other?
No, there hasn't.
Oh, balls.
Evan, it's time to drop rocks from a very high point.
No,
look.
I know what I'm going to do, and it's going to be bad.
Okay.
All right. So, should we re-roll initiative?
Yes. Because everything is just kind of stopped for a moment.
Can somebody roll for? Actually, no. Kim is on the thing. Kim, you may have to roll for me.
It's fine.
Yay!
What is yours again?
Mine is +6.
Fucking titties.
Why? What happened?
I don't know. Just fucking titties. Titty life.
Kim, do you have boobs on the brain?
No, but I got them on my chest. Okay, I'm done.
Mic drop.
You got a 10. You got a 10 for your initiative, but she got a 12.
So she's going to hit me first.
No, she's still trying to get her weapons.
All right. Kim, he's going to use this action to fly over to draw her sword from the earth, and then he's going to fly as high into the air as he can, so that he's out of her effective range.
That's fine. She doesn't really seem to care. She is slow. Like, she is odd. Like, the fall fucking fucked her up, but she's just kind of like, nope. Mm-mm. My pride, my honor is on the line. So she's just kind of slowly walking. It's not so much a limp, but, I mean, she pretty fucked up, and so she's slowly making her way over to her other sword.
No, Kim, can I change my action? for thematic purposes.
Yeah. Depends.
He's going to take off his helmet and kind of let his hair kind of spill out into the kind of do the whole epic she waft thing, and he's going to he's not actively going to fight an opponent who's already been hobbled, basically. I mean, is she only standing at this point out of sheer force of will?
No, not out of just sheer force of will, but like she's not that bad, but she's very close. In fact, I should probably be telling you to make an int medicine to see, but
he can't. But other people
around him. That would depend on the other people. Yeah, she's just still trying to go grab her sword.
Depends on the other people.
If you want to use medicine to see how bad she looks, or get an better estimate.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and roll that. Is it intelligence medicine, perception medicine?
It'd probably be perception medicine, yeah.
Okay. My sweet, sweet new medicine die. And I got 3 successes.
She's definitely got some broken bones. Maybe a little bit of internal bleeding, possibly. Because Karina also knows titty physics.
Tim,
Yeah,
at this
Karina's
point,
had to learn the hard way.
Titty physics.
my seconds, Tim. You should basically seconds. You should cry to her second to get her, because seconds can call the duel on behalf of their fighters if they genuinely. If I keep fighting, I'm going to kill her, and that's my main concern.
Yeah, that's fair. Karina would be too. Karina's gonna head over to the boggin. She's gonna circle around, obviously. So that way she doesn't interfere in the match. But she's gonna go over to the boggin and say, hey, I can tell she has a actually no, I gotta say this in the Karina fashion. She has many broken bones, and she is suffering from internal bleeding. Do you wish to? She has not yielded, so it is up to you.
The boggin is just kind of he's wringing his hands. He looks very concerned. He's just kind of like, oh my god, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. I don't know what to do. He just kind of looks up to Karina and says, I don't want to say she'd get upset, but she'd be. Her honor is a very, very big thing to her. She hasn't lost a fight yet. Ooh.
Roll that marvelous willpower, Mr. Boggin.
Oh yes, there is basically.
I understand the need to. Karina will say, I understand the need to look strong. I am not trying to manipulate or persuade you to end this because I know that Count Intagil will win. I simply do not want to see a good fighter dead. If he wants to pee in here, that's 100% real. She kind of, I mean, shit, she was betting against Intagil. Low key. She didn't think he was going. She thought he was going to get his ass beat, but she was like, okay. You know what?
It was only one dross.
But I think that's the Boggin's frailty right there, myself.
Oh yeah, no, I'll call the needy.
Mm-hmm. someone who is legitimately in need of help, though. And yes,
She legitimately needs help or she's going to die.
From what I'm understanding here, these are life-threatening.
mhm.
If she just doesn't get help for a long-ass time, she could still take some punishment, from what I understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, but all Tadjul has to do is just fly out of her reach and she'll succumb within the hour. Internal bleeding.
Yeah, internal bleeding's bitch.
Well-
No, actually, Karina has another idea. Karina will look to the second and she'll say, I have an alternate idea. Are you familiar with the art of pyretics?
Yeah.
If we can persuade the Duke to call a temporary break from the match and have a powerful pyretics cast upon them, if either of them were to die during this battle, they would be reborn instantly, thereby preserving the knight's honor. And we will not lose a fighter tonight.
I don't know.
Come with me. Karina will just take the boggin and she's not gonna physically drag the dude. She's just kind of waving him along. Is he coming along?
Yeah, he's coming along.
She gonna go up to where's the Duke at?
He's at the northern section where all the nobles are sitting.
Cool. Karina heads over there. She'll basically kind of firstly bow, Your Grace.
He inclines his head.
Myself and her lady second have been discussing things, and we are worried that the events of the match can be taken a bit too far. However, I have an idea, given there is someone with sufficient magical knowledge that will be able to turns.
You kind of cracked up all during all of that, Tim.
Oh, I'm sorry. Basically, she said I had an idea. I have an idea that can fix some of this shit.
He makes that motion of go on.
If there was a temporary break called to the combat only for a knowledgeable master of pyretics to cast the mastery pyretics cantrip, it would allow, in the event that one of them were to die during this combat, they would be brought back instantly.
He nods his head.
Do we know anyone that has mastered pyretics?
Yes. You can kind of see him thinking over it. And he thinks. And then he nods and he says, that's fine. So, in the arena, as everyone, Tintagel grabbed one of the weapons, and she kind of grabbed her other weapon. The Duke will once again stand up, and in his very booming voice, say, there shall be a temporary pause in the duel. And what do the fighters do? I think like Evan's dead apparently.
No. Tintagel will nod and he will flick his sword back into his scabbard before he will walk over and, in a gentlemanly fashion, hand the knight Liam her sword.
She nods her head thankfully, and
He'll smile.
takes it back.
He's then going to walk back over to his corner because he's going to take a drink and kind of like basically he's treating this like the intermission of a boxing match.
Because I mean that's what it is.
Pretty akin to that.
He'll reach into a bag. He'll reach into a bag and he'll refill his glamour with dross. He'll kind of check over his armor and whatever else have you. Oh, also, Kim, he's going to get a length of chain, and he's going to tie the chain in a, basically, as I said, it's just a normal chain that he brought with him in case this scenario had to take place. And he ties the length of chain that's about 20 feet long or so around the hilt of his sword. Then he wraps it around his waist, and then he connects it to his gauntlet.
Okay.
That's all. Mostly because Tintagel is not great at many things. However, because of his dex and athletics, you know what he's really good at?
Throwing.
He's really good at throwing shit.
Mm-hmm.
So he's tied his wonder with a chain so he can yank it back.
Yep. So, as she goes off to her corner, I'm going to just random NPC hand wave this because it could get boring. The Duke actually gets up himself and will walk over to Knight Liam, do a little bunk where he will light a match and he will hold it under his hand until his hand begins to blister. And then he will burn out the match on his tongue. And then he shall roll his dice. His dice. Damn. Okay.
Can someone who is not me perk empathy the Duke Leonin? Because I bet he's shitting his pants right now.
If someone wants to do that, that's fine, yeah. But watch, nobody does it.
No, my bad. What do we want to do?
Perk empathy, Duke Leonin.
Duke Maldreth?
No, Leonin. Prince's son.
Or Duke Terran?
Prince Leonin.
Okay, Duke Terran, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, there's like 4 successes.
Damn, and he fucking failed his manip sub roll. Thanks. Well,
He's a bad Leonin.
like it was 8 dice at difficulty 6. Bruh. Like, I got a 7 and an 8 and then 2 1s, so it was just a straight fucking fail. Salty. Karina, this dude hella concerned. But it doesn't look like he's concerned for his honor or anything. Because Karina got fucking 4 successes. He's clearly concerned about the welfare of Liam. Knight Liam. But he's trying to play it off and keep up appearances of, whatever. He ain't doing it too well, though. Or at least you can see through it. But then the Duke will...
Mm.
Yes. But then the Duke will walk over
My bad, I was just saying.
Huh? Huh?
Didn't say anything.
Oh,
Say anything.
sorry.
I'm sorry, I just got my fuss, so I'm about that life.
Okay. But then the Duke will walk over to Tintagel and will simply say, we have decided to put Phoenix Song on both participants.
As you say, Your Grace.
He will do the same thing. He will take the match, hold it under his other hand until that begins to bubble and blister. Then he will take the match, he will douse it on his tongue, and then do that pyretics thing. Damn. Damn, son. Okay. So
Damn bad, Kim.
So you know how the pyretics chart goes up to 5?
Yeah.
Yes.
It was a fail, wasn't it?
No, you got 6 successes.
Oh wow! So that means I come back to life like the second I die.
Yeah, because like 5 successes is 1 turn and then returns. So Tintagel just kind of dies and he's like, "Bitch, you thought."
How long does this last?
Until you die, I think. Let me look it up.
During the current scene.
Oh well. It would have been nice. But yeah, okay.
He'll just kind of currently nod and head back off.
Okay. As Tintagel turns around, Kim, would you roll me my Dex Athletics again?
Okay. Just 2 successes. So 4 minutes.
So he'll fly about 10 feet up in the air or so, and just kind of wait for the Duke's call to do the thing.
Yep, and she will walk back out onto the field.
Actually, you know what? He's going to skim along the ground, very, very close to it, like just letting his feet like about an inch or 2 off the ground. He's going to walk. Oh no, sorry, he doesn't know that. It's Karina who knows the prince is concerned for her. He was going to say it, but he doesn't know it. So continue.
Yep, because Tintagel is of that Dougal house.
Off our feelings. Click, 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 click. Cogs.
You always get 1 luck die. Unless you're Dougal.
God dang it! We had one job, not to feel things. All right, so yeah,
You're fucking failing. But yes. Okay, time for that Initiative roll. Damn. Okay, let's see. Holy fuck.
What?
Tintagel is actually going first.
Well,
Tintagel got a 16 and she got a 14.
well, those are words that make sentences.
Surprise!
Kim, am I surprised?
You are. Tintagel is kind of surprised at how fast he's going.
It's like, huh, okay. Kim, so going to spend a glamour into extra weapon actions. And he's going to basically he's going to bring the weapon out and he's going to kind of swing it around his head. And Kim, I'm going to throw the weapon.
Okay.
On this little chain. Christ on the crypt stick. Okay, so that will be his Dex Athletics in his dice pool, which is 7, and he's going to spend another willpower. So roll them bones, Kim.
How much willpower
Because
you got left?
They need calcium. Mm-hmm. He's got about 3. Need calcium. Them bones, them calcium. And that's the natural law.
Ain't natural law and nothing. And she's gonna try to dodge. And she does. Now into extra actions. It is Tintagel's turn.
Tintagel's probably going to spend the extra action whipping the sword back, basically yanking the chain to whip the sword back to him, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm.
And he'll spend his action doing that from the air.
Yep. And here we go.
She's going to climb me like some, I don't know.
She's gonna do something now that Pyretics is back up. Because she's... now that she knows that both have Pyretics, she will lift one of her rapiers directly into the air.
I'm getting hit with lightning, haven't I, Kim?
And she will say... You know what? She will say something in a language that I don't think anyone here speaks. It's like, I think the only person who speaks anything here is like Norwegian, but she's not speaking in Norwegian.
I can roll naming if I want to understand it, but I just don't want to get hit by lightning.
Kinda. Because that's about to be a thing.
Yes. By the way, I mean no.
That's if this roll goes. Ooh, okay.
Don't like the sound of that. Yep, Kim.
Well, you can technically try to soak. I think. Pretty sure.
If it's Skycraft, I can soak with my armor.
Yep.
Roll your damage.
Well, she doesn't. Yeah. It was. Oh, there was a 1 in there. Oops. 1, 2, 3. Okay. let's see, the soak roll. Okay. She lifts her sword into the air and says something. Wind whips around the arena, and a bolt of lightning comes crashing down on Tintagel. It goes through his armor, and he is only mildly singed. It's just one egg.
Ow, my bride.
But because you were hit with it, you are stunned. It's just a -2 penalty to all dice pools until end of the turn, or to the end of the next turn.
Okay.
His hair is probably all spiky and poofy, but it is technically Tintagel's turn again.
Well, my life kind of sucks. Is this the top of the initiative or an extra action?
It's one of the next extra actions.
Okay. Well, my life kind of sucks. Yep, Kim, he's throwing the sword again. Sworderang, go! By the way, Kim, are you keeping account of her dice penalties for however many wound levels she has? Yeah.
I am, which is why she did what she did.
Oh, I'm wondering if for like her dodge pools and such, you're doing because they are affected.
Evan, dear.
Yes,
dear, I know.
I'm believing it. Love you.
Nuh-uh. You can't. Deny. You can't be all about that now. It's too late.
Evan, just a point when you're throwing a spear-like thing like that with a chain, you gotta say, "Get over here!"
I'm not Scorpion, for Christ's sake.
Hey, you got... Is it 2 successes? And she manages to dodge again, just barely, though.
Curses!
She hasn't moved her sword from the air, but it is top of the...
I'm getting hit with lightning again, haven't I?
Well, it's the top of the initiative. She used her thing to dodge. But
Since it's the top of the initiative, he's going to spend the glamour to make it the start of the previous turn.
okay.
Oh God!
The thing that's going to save... Okay, the thing that may save my ass is the fact that now I don't have an ag. By the way, Kim, I reversed to the point I was at that time. Does that include all... Other than the actual glamour needed to spend on the weapon, does that include, like, my willpower will be the start as it was at the start of my last turn? I will have the same health levels, etc.
It's really weird. It never actually goes into health levels, which kind of like low-key pisses me off.
Well, it's meant to be the thing that saves you from death. Like, it gives you an example of you're about to die and then you're not, as one of the examples. So, I'll leave it up to you.
Yeah, it's like a dying Selkie relives her final breath to kiss her true love one last time before she does die.
But in that case, yep. So Kim, will start as he's about to chuck his sword again. Except this time he's doing it as difficulty 3, and he has spent the prerequisite willpower on this roll.
Ooh. Ooh.
What?
The turn the player declares her character has used Deja Vu, the targets, including herself, cannot take an action while they orient to the current flow of time.
Oh, crap.
Each use of Deja Vu increases the difficulty. Well, I mean, you only spend glamour, so that's not a big deal.
Kim,
Hello.
I'm bringing her back to the start of the first initiative round.
Okay. Oh, you already declared your action, though, to be fair.
Yeah, but I didn't know what it did. I mean, you can make that ruling if you want. I'll go with it.
It'll be fine this one time, but because I didn't
Okay,
mark
cool.
that down on the sheet because it was. I did this all at like 3 in the morning, so.
That's fair. So yeah, he's going to. So from her perspective, she's still in the first turn, but she's got her perspective seriously rewritten, and she cannot take an action this turn.
I know.
All right, Kim. What he's going to do is, as she's incredibly confused, I almost feel bad about this, but you know why I don't feel bad about this, Kim? Because I got shot with motherfucking lightning!
That sounds like a personal problem.
It's like a you problem.
Yeah, you really should see a doctor about that.
God dang it.
Sounds like a you problem, my buddy.
Random lightning bolts is a personal problem that needs a doctor.
I mean, okay.
If being hit by lightning continues for more than 4 hours, definitely seek professional help.
Tim, you may have to rewrite my treasure in that case because it gives an actual difficulty break on attacks and such the turn you go back in time, but I can't do that. So I'm just saying, when this is said and done, we may have to look at the treasure because it actually says you get a -3 diff on the actions that you take on the turn you go back in time, but I can't take an action on the turn I go back in time.
Yeah, because it's for the. Well, because you go with Deja Vu, you go back 2 turns actually. The one on your treasure.
Oh, cool. So yeah, okay. But right, so what he's going to do, Kim, is she cannot take an action, and I have 2 extra actions. I need to end this. I really need to end this. Next time we fight, it's a duel with pistols. For fuck's sake, I'm shit at this. If Patrick had a gun, it'd have been over by now. He's really good with guns.
That wouldn't have been honorable.
You're not wrong, Kim. The first thing he's going to do is he's going to throw the sword at her again with his 7 dice.
Okay.
He's now on 2 willpowers. He spends the 3rd.
I hope you know that if she survives this, she's at a -3 next turn.
I know.
So you really gotta.
If I don't win now, I'm dead.
Okay, and the sword does strength +2. And you've got 2 + 2 plus roll over 7.
He is back. Ha-ha!
Okay, so that's 3. Oh shit, I was rolling your shit in this ST chat. My bad. That was 2, so she can try to. Her armor can soak that because it's a fucking blade and that's lethal. And she soaks all 3 lethal, so. Because it did, because you got 4 successes, And then, so with the 3 rollover and the strength, it does, and the sword does strength plus 2 lethal, and you've got 2 strength. That was 4 plus the 3 rollover and 7. You got 2 successes on, or you got 3 successes on the damage roll. Because she didn't roll.
That's fair. Okay, all he can do is, on the last action he has, and I guess this will be cool and thematic if he manages it, he is going to speed down with the wings, yank the sword to his hand, and he's going to try and cut her himself with one last strike. Because if I don't do it now... Oh no, if I don't do it now, I still have one last chance, because I go before her in the initiative action.
Well, it's just take in action. She couldn't take that one action since you... Okay, so you did that on the first initiative.
Yes.
And that was hitting her with the sword. She couldn't dodge or do anything with that one. So on this next one, yeah.
She can't dodge for this turn. The start of my next round, which is when she can act, she'll be at -3 difficulty, but I do get the first round of combat.
No, it's the turn the player declares her character has used deja vu. The targets cannot take an action while they orient. It's not a turn, it's an action.
No, it's they cannot. That turn, a turn is a full round of actions. They cannot take an action.
Yes, an action.
Well,
I think what he's saying is the next set of actions he's got initiative on her, so he still has another action before she can go.
As try and cut for one last time on this turn that she still hasn't orientated, or if she has, she can roll to dodge. I don't really mind. It's just going to be a matter of he's going to try his best and he's going to see what happens.
Mm-hmm. So what is the dice pool again? Because this will be your remembrance.
That's 7.
Okay.
Spending my last willpower, so I'm on willpower 1.
2 successes to hit.
There is no god.
No, you're just really... Okay, you're just lucky she didn't have the other effects up, because she had... During the last big thing, she didn't put them back up this turn, but it would have been at a higher def to hit and damage her.
Rolled his dragon's ire and stuff, but I just didn't, so...
Yeah, nor did she. It was just kind of like that, whatever. And then 3 lethal. Let's see if her armor can soak this. She soaks 2 of it, so she's at... Yeah. So he does. He gets a hit on her.
Hooray!
Well, she had a hit the last time, but...
She's now going to anally rape me.
We shall see. We don't know.
Okay, so it now goes back to the start of the next round of initiative, doesn't it?
Yes.
Hi, Kim. I'm going to use the exact same effect on her. I'm time locking her. Something that says I can.
Okay. How much glamour do you have left, though?
He refreshed his glamour when he left to go back. He did it with Cross. So he's at the moment, he spent 1 to do the blade the first time, 1 to do the deja vu, another to do the, and now another to do the deja vu, so she's got 1 glamour left.
Okay.
Because Kim, do you have any idea how shit I am at this? I need every advantage I can get.
I know.
All right, roll my first of my 2 attacks to try and hit her.
Mm-hmm. You ran out of remembrance though, so you're just hitting her with straight dex.
Yep.
And it's at a pretty sure it's at a +1 to use a skill that you don't have.
Mm-hmm. Yes, it is, Kim.
Two successes. Two lethal.
Dear merciful Jesus.
She soaks it all.
You stinking Jewish died for our sins, bastard. Sorry. Heaven was having a chat with the Lord, Kim.
Two again. It is just an action, and I let it slide the last time, but it's an action, and she's not stunned for her whole turn. You know what? No, she'll let it go through. 3. She soaks 2 of that, so she's not looking too hot. And then she will try to hit Tintagel.
Difficulty 3. And his head explodes.
Yup. Oh shit. I gotta start hurrying. I got like 7 minutes. Fuck! Nah, I can be a little late. It won't be a problem. I get to class
Kim,
early.
no.
What do you... Tim, okay, look, I won't even be late, first of all. Because when I get to class, like, 20 minutes early anyway. So when I say quote-unquote late, I mean I just won't be there at 5:10. I'll be there at, like, 5:20. Still 10 minutes early.
All right.
Class doesn't even fucking start till 6 anyway. Even though it's supposed to start at 5:30. We just kind of chill and talk shit. Okay. I know what I'm doing, Tim. Thank you. I feel really bad for this, by the way, Tintagel. But you're the one who gave her -3, so. Ooh. Ooh.
Oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
Oh. Evan. Oh.
How bad is it, Kim?
On her to hit, she got 7 successes.
Okay. On her to damage?
Rolling that right now. Okay, that's not too bad.
What is it?
Just 5 lethal with the armor piercing, because she did hit you with her special sword. Now that I remember it, she's not splitting her dice pool, so she's only actually hitting with 1 sword. Oh well.
The sound of your disapproval is deafening.
Okay. That is 4 lethal, Tintagel, as your armor only soaks 1.
Well,
Okay. Oh shit, we've only been doing we've been forgetting about that last extra action. So yes, there's 1 extra action that Tintagel and her still have. Yes. It's Tintagel's turn.
I know what Tatagel's going to do, Kim.
Okay.
because it's kind of horrible, but kind of genius.
Okay.
He's going to spend his last glamour to activate his sword one last time.
I think I know what he's about to go on.
So she will be stunned and unable to take an action for a round, right?
For an action.
For an action. He's then going to turn. Basically, I'm assuming as this is, she's kind of dumb, so she's kind of just standing there like,
Yes.
He's going to take her sword pointed at her and activate the treasure.
Which sword, though?
And the one that shoots fucking lightning.
You used your last point of glamour, right? To stun her. Like, how much glamour do you have left?
In personal glamour, not much. In his dross bag, on the other hand.
Well, he's not going to be able to just take out a fucking dross coin and break that shit in the middle of a battle.
That's fair.
Unless he takes a round to do that. Or not a round, but an action. So how much dross, or how much glamour does he have?
Honestly, none. Does it require glamour to do?
It requires a point of glamour to activate that one effect.
Is there anything else it does that doesn't require a point of glamour?
Yes.
Well, is any
It requires Dex Melee difficulty 7 to activate, and then you actually have to successfully hit her.
No! Actually, no, Kim. You know what he's going to do? Because it actually has a much better chance of him succeeding.
You can't change it now!
No, he still has her weapon in his hands. But what he's going to do is, because her weapon has this quality that ignores points of armor, he's going to basically take her hand with her sword in it, as he said, and he's going to impale her with her own sword.
Okay.
Hers has a much better chance of piercing her armor than mine does.
Mm-hmm.
So he rolls his dex, just his dex. I gotta ask, what are the rules on spending your last willpower? Because I've never had to do it.
It's pretty bad if I remember correctly. Like you're pretty much weakened, and I'm not sure you can cast cantrips because I know for mage like you just can't use magic because that's like you're out of willpower. You're just fucking spent.
Kim, gonna spend the last willpower. Because in the event I don't succeed on this, she's won anyway, and I'll clap her on the back and congratulate her for winning. But he's gonna spend his last willpower on this attack to drive the sword into her.
Her own fucking sword.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. If a character spends all of her willpower, she becomes too physically and mentally exhausted to push past her limits. Wow, that's pretty fucking weak for using all your willpower, but okay. Okay, so just your fucking dex.
It is 4.
Mm-hmm. That's 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2 Oh, oops. Damn. Damn! That's 2 lethal. Let's see if she can soak with her 3 armor now that it's reduced by 2. Would help if I didn't put an F there and a D. Holy fuck! No!
Did I do it, Kim?
feel so bad. She soaked her 2 lethal. Yeah.
Your papa was here and waiting.
Yes, sir.
I had to impale her with her own sword, but yes!
No, she soaked both lethal.
Oh, well, fuck my life. Okay.
Okay, look. Yeah, because you got 2 successes on the damage roll, and she got 2 successes on her soak roll. But you did impale them. You impaled this bitch with her own sword.
Where?
She's got her sword sticking out of her fucking chest. Like, technically, it is still Tintadrill's turn because we are going into extra actions now.
Kim, he has nothing left. He's just gonna try to force her sword more into her and see what happens.
Okay.
And here, Karina was hoping that Taryn would penetrate her.
Can't fucking stand you.
Oh!
Okay, got 1 success, so that is just 4. Damn, they're pretty good on the damage roll. Let's see if she can do. Oh my god! Okay. So I gotta kind of hurry this up. I'll probably end the scene, but then hop back in to describe it as I'm on the road, because I gotta go, oh god, I'm not even in my scrubs. I thought I was in my scrubs. Ah! Okay. He, with this very thin, it's a thin bladed rapier. It pierces through armor and everything. He, with his last amount of sheer will, it is very clear that Tintagel is just about to fall over, and she is still quite stunned. And besides, it's kind of point blank, kind of really hard to dodge at this point. As he just forces it deeper into her, he does. And there is a moment as she stands there and she looks completely stunned because of all the internal bleeding, and one of her ribs totally did break and pierce her lung, and she's been wheezing, but we're not going to get into that. She will slowly cough up blood as her bright eyes glaze over, and she falls over, defeated and dead.
Tintagel is going to then fall over.
And
it is over. Sorry, Kim. It is over. Literally, it's obvious the fight's over.
yes, she is dead.
Then,
and Tintagel's passed out. I know, I'm coming.
So then Zeke will run up and catch him so he doesn't actually hit the ground.
I know, I'm going.
We'll put a pin in it, guys, for here, because Kim obviously has to head to Vegas.
I'm just gonna end the scene here, but then I'm gonna hop back in on my phone and describe the ending. And
So
all that.
Okay.
You're good with him, with Zeke running in and catching him, though, so he doesn't hit the ground?
Look, they were in the middle of a pretty large thing. Zeke, if you want to try to make it, but it's pretty far away, and I'm not sure Zeke can run that fast.
No, it's up to you.
You can try a Dex Athletics at a difficulty 9, but like I said, it's pretty far away.
Okay.
But I'm ending the scene